Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Maritime Madness, this is the last of the Maritime Madness sauces I have. Hopeful, I wish that the tariff nonsense will be over, because if they've got some other new sauces, I definitely would be interested in perusing through some more of those. But as it stands, this is the last one. So Canadians have always kind of tickled me. They've always kind of given me a bit of amusement, and it's phrases like this. This one, the whole Giv'er, and I always took this as give it over, she's got captain. You know, Scotty from Star Trek. I'm giving her, she's got captain, I can't give her no more. That's why I always assumed that Giv'er meant. And I think that's what it means. Something like that. It may not be directly from Star Trek, but I think the sentiment is probably the same. So this one is more of a full tilt sort of thing. We've got a burn 10 rate here. And it is ghost pepper, the ghosties with the mosties. And see, you can see there's a lot of black pepper in there as well. So let's take a look here at the old ingredients, shall we? Of course, we have the nifty, handy dandy little squirt bottle with the top here. I believe it's a 275. It's a right around, I think it might be 9 ounces, 9 fluid ounces. Somewhere in that vicinity. So we've got hot peppers, which are the ghosties. We've got vinegar, water, fresh garlic, salt, and xanthan gum. And of course, this is your sort of Cajun, Louisiana style sort of recipe. With the garlic, I consider it more of like a Cajun style, but it's that same idea. What is it? What do we got here? Flat out searing heat. There is a hotter version of this. So, I mean, how flat out is it if you guys have I think they added a Reaper or something to it as well. This brew is so hot, it'll melt your gum boots right off you. What are gum boots? Oh, are those like the soft sort of rubber covers that they put on shoes? Is that what gum boots are? Or maybe it's like a soft waterproof thing so you can go stand in water. For those who just can't get it hot enough, you may have met your match. But there is a hotter version of this, so made on PEI. I've definitely never been there. I think there's in there like a toll or something you get there, so I probably never will go there either. The idea of tolls I find really obnoxious and irritating. All right, let's have a look here at the sauce. And you can see there is the xanthan gum jiggle in the old proverbial white spoon. Nice looking sauce, very, sort of red orange that you would expect from a Cajun style. The black. So maybe black pepper isn't listed here, which is interesting. So I don't know what those bits are. Maybe they're bits of ghost pepper, possibly. Maybe it's fire roasted ghost pepper, possibly. I don't know. I do know that this is a pretty punchy sauce, though. So, but let's get into it and see if we can figure out what those are. Definitely a lot of super hot bitter here. That, in fact, is the majority of the flavor. It is pretty much just roaring ghosties. So I put it at 2. We'll see if it increases from there. Very bitter. So I took those little dark flecks. I don't think they're... Maybe. They don't seem like black pepper. I just isolated one. And I think that the majority of what I used this on had black pepper in it. Maybe I just assumed that was what it was, but maybe they did some fire roasting of the ghosties. It flames up right away. It is very, very fierce out of the gate. And now it's tapering a little bit. More of a flashy sort of heat. Yeah, I think there is a Reaper version of this as well, also. Whether I'm gonna get there or not, I don't know. So I decided, what if I do this? What if I do? We do some comparisons here, okay? So this is a Stouffer's, same size trays. This one is really, really full. You can kind of see it there. This one, look at how much they're leaving in there. Same size. This one is barely filled halfway. This one is probably more like 2/3 of the way up. You can see. So for the same price, the ultimate mac and cheese, they decided not to throw a bunch of macaroni in there because there are 5 cheeses. There is cheddar. Actually, I guess only 4 cheeses. Cheddar, white cheddar, they're counting them as 2. This one's just cheddar. Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago. So we have 3 accent cheeses and 2 cheddars. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna try them both separately solo first. So we'll start with this one right here. And then we'll try the ultimate next. There is an ultimate spicy too, but it's not good. It tastes cheap. This is not, this isn't good. It tastes cheap and kind of almost institutional flavored, but also very little flavor. Cheese sauce is much better here. And it's got that sort of thick, congealed business when you have a lot of cheeses in the cheese sauce. This one is runny and it tastes almost more like boiled macaroni. I think it's the same macaroni for both. All right, so let's gussy it up here. And we'll see which. So definitely by itself, the ultimate is notably better. What's interesting is despite I think calling them both 8 ounces. Oh, so this is 12 ounces. Okay, so there it is. This is 12 ounces. This the regular Stouffer's is 12 ounces. The ultimate is only 8. They list them both though as 480 calories, which is kind of interesting. It also means I'm slugging down almost 1,000 calories of garbage. Of crappy instant mac and cheese. But you know what's funny? I was going to get Devour. And I got both of these for less than a single Devour. Yeah, I've done Devour a number of times in this series. And I thought, well, what if I just do a comparison from the same company? Let me move on over to this. Definitely that sauce makes this a lot better. Oh. This is, it's a perfect accompaniment here. Wow. This is by no means something you should confuse for being good. But I'll tell you what. This does add a nice balance to it. Okay, I don't want to put them all together. Let's see if I can. I chose the most awkward way of doing this possible. So whereas this sauce saves this one, because this is not really palatable by itself, and I don't think I'm ever going to get it again. It actually just balances this one. It takes something that's semi-decent and adds a nice sense of balance to it, but this one, the ultimate arguably doesn't need to be saved. Nah, that's that for that. You may go. It's like forming a cheese sludge here. And there was a lot of actual real shredded cheese on top of this. And I didn't bother to mix it up. I just threw it in the microwave and went. And it kind of clumped up. You know, if you put shredded cheese on a burger in a pan, it'll sometimes collect at the edges and it'll get the Maillard effect, and it'll kind of crisp up a little bit and get that clumping. A little bit of that in here. Oh man, this is starting to get heavy now. We're on the tail end of summer as I film this. So I haven't started hibernation mode, right? So it's just summer appetite. This isn't a lot, but it's hard to eat a lot. Especially because I've been trying not to this whole summer. Okay. So I do like this sauce. There's most of the Louisiana style, Cajun style. It's one of my favorite, not Cajun as much, but Louisiana style is one of my favorite styles of hot sauce. And so generally sauces in that realm I'll find enjoyable. This one, peppers are the first ingredient here. And it's the ghosties. So I like ghosties super hots. That's one of my favorite super hots. In this style, I don't think it works as well unless you pair it with a better tasting pepper. So ghost peppers are my favorite, and I think they're a good tasting pepper. But cayennes are another of my favorites, and I think they're a great tasting pepper. And I think that's really what this sauce, most sauces in this vein need. They need to have a great tasting pepper. Because it is bare minimum of ingredients, right? Peppers, water, salt, vinegar, in this case garlic as well. That's it. There's not a lot you can sort of kind of cloak and hide behind and all that kind of stuff. It is very bare bones in your face. So the super hot bitter of this one, I don't dislike, and it works relatively well when I use it on food, but I almost need to back up. It's got to be paired with some strong flavors of some kind. Like a creamy sauce like that, perfect. It shines. It shines there. It shines there, I'll tell you what. Outside of that, though, you've got to find something to pair it with so that you can have it balance that very, very bitter nature of this. That spoonful by itself, it's just quite bitter. Heat-wise, I gave it a 2. It's a 2 for me. My tolerance is actually low, so if I'm only saying it's 2 now, it is not more than that. But it is out of the gate very fiery, and I think a lot of people are going to be kind of put off by that, and especially the bitter nature of it, a lot of normies. So a couple of caveats there for non-chili heads is the heat level might over-challenge them at the beginning. Like, some people will tolerate better if they can ramp up to it. This has no intention of allowing anything like that. It is putting a boot in your ass right out of the gate for however far it can get it in, which is, like I said, not crazy, but it is out of the gate fiery, very punchy. And it does taper, though, fairly quickly as well. So I think more the flavor profile is going to be the thing that you need. It needs to be with complex food, complex flavors, or where you have a lot of creaminess that you need to kind of cut it. And bitter and vinegar work extremely well hand in hand to do just that thing, as I just had with the microwave cheap mac and cheese. So yeah, definitely, I think probably one of the hotter ones I've had for Maritime Addendum. And I definitely like it. It's good. One of the nice things about this is that this is going to take me a while to get through, just because the nature of it. I can't use a whole bunch all at once, and a little goes a ways. And those are good sauces to have, so you're not constantly running bottles empty, I guess. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Maritime Madness Giv'er hot sauce. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.